don't panic. In the middle of things, sometimes it's important just to have some stillness, just to make sure that we're looking after ourselves, just to make sure that we're finding some peace in all that we're doing. Yeah?
I think a lot of people, and I probably aim this at those taking GCSE or A-levels or at university. If we're doing the work and we're revising, there'll come a time when we think we've got it all sorted. Is there anything else we can do? And I think we need to take time to reflect, time to be, time simply just to pause and just relax. I'm conscious of, being in the moment, mindfulness.
Right, so mindfulness, what does that mean?
Just to be content with yourself. We can be put under so much pressure and strains in schools and colleges when it's exam time. And how do we look after ourselves in those times? We're revising, we're doing it for our English, we're doing it for our maths, we're doing it for our science, all those different subjects. Everybody's pulling. And where is our time? Are we content that we've done everything we possibly can? We just need that little bit of time just to gather ourselves. And
how would you suggest that people use that time?
Sometimes, if you can cope with silence, I know silence is awkward really for some people. Sometimes I ask them just to put some quiet music on, just to try and relax. We often see now in the shops and everywhere, I use it myself, a little bit of art therapy, just a little bit of colouring in, just to calm our nerves. That's looking after ourselves, because we cannot be running on 200% all the time, because we're just going to burn out.
They have a phrase on there about recreate. When we talk about recreation, it actually means to recreate. Yeah. We need time for that.
We do need time to recharge our batteries. Everyone says, we need a holiday, a bit of chill out time. So please, in those really stressful times of exams, that we've got that chill out time, just to try and simply be. Just that's looking after ourselves.
I think there's something very powerful about that, especially when we're very busy. When I was at college training to be a priest, I used to get up at the last minute, rushing down to morning prayer for the first 2 years, and then we had a retreat, and Bishop Kelly said, try and come in for 25 minutes before. Now this is where we're training to be priests, but it was very difficult for me to sit still and quiet for that length of time. But ever since then I found that the busier I am, the more I need that stillness and time, and I make that into a time of prayer. With the example of Jesus himself, many times in the Gospel he goes away to a quiet place to pray, and you look at it and it's like part of his diary, very busy day. How does he start the day? How does he finish the day? And if you've got a busy day ahead of you, maybe it's just to have that 10 minutes, just quiet, that's still. But put some favourite music on, that's gentle music, if you gentler end of your collection. Nothing too, crazy. And then, maybe just think through the day and what you've got to do and place it into God's hands. And then at the end of the day, it's very difficult to go to sleep if your mind's buzzing around with everything that's going on. So maybe to, not be surfing the internet till 3 in the morning, even if it's work or whatever. You just have some way of relaxing at the end of the day. If you play some music or doing some art, or just to be still for that little bit, because I think then we're helping God to recreate us, and we're seeing the bigger picture. And these things are important, but there are other things that are important as well, and it's not worth people making themselves ill over anything. And the danger is sometimes that people can just get more and more busy with no sense of that mindfulness.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, mindfulness, that is living in the moment.
Indeed.
We can waste a lot of time worrying about the future. We can waste a lot of time worrying about the past.
Yeah.
Neither of which we can do much about.
No.
My grandma used to say it's like knitting fog, which I think is quite a good image for me, because it means you can't knit fog, that's the point. Don't try it, Tina.
Okay. Well.
But we can be, and if we're not, if we just say, just be still, try and sit still, and then we'll realise that a lot of things will just fall into place. You know those snowstorm things?
Absolutely.
Yeah, one of them. You know, that you shake it and there's all the snow everywhere. Sometimes that's how we are, isn't it?
It is, and sometimes we just need to relax. We can even make those ourselves. A little
Yeah.
glitter bottle with a little bit of water, a little bit of oil. Shake it and watch the glitter fall
It's
down.
like Blue
It's
Peter.
really calming. Trust me.
So you take it. What do you want to take it? Tell us again that one.
A plastic bottle,
Yeah.
a little bit of baby oil, a little
Yeah.
bit of water,
Yeah.
a bit of food colouring if you like,
Yeah.
a little bit of glitter.
Glitter.
Shake it, place it on your desk.
Well, there you go. Yeah, make sure you screw the top on, else you'll be spending your time clearing up. Well, I mean, what a very good way to finish this first series of our conversations with some practical advice. There you go. Make yourself a glitter stick, glitter ball, not a glitter ball, is it?
Glitter bottle.
A glitter bottle. And maybe just put that and just allow that some time, just to let things settle. Look at it and let things settle. Because when we do that, we start to see what's really important. And when we see what's really important, then we'll realise that God's with us in what's really important. So Tina, thank you very much.
Thank you, Father.
For now, we'll say goodbye and God bless. And for all of you watching as well, we'll say, Lord, be with us on our journey.
Amen.
Amen.